So we're racing now in the women's B 5,000 metres. We have 23 starters. From Melbourne University, Sarah Lloyd, representing Williamstown, Orla Grenfell Fox. From Ringwood, Shannon McDade, representing Glen Huntly, Vanessa Wilson. From South Melbourne, Katie Rodd, representing Knox, Victoria Skalsonis. From Oldsavarians, Georgia Pounding. From Western Athletics, Brianna Bunworth. Emma Gould, we welcome her from the United Kingdom. Pippa Travella from Melbourne University. From Oldsavarians, Chloe Turner. Representing Collingwood Harriers, Cara Foote. From Knox Athletic Club, Samantha Prime. Representing Old Scotch, Nicole Joseph. From Wodonga, Callista Race Stelling. Representing South Bendigo, Yasmin Hayes. From Western Athletics, Chelsea Morley. Representing Glen Huntly, Dana Deckers. Also from Glen Huntly, Stacey Bolger. From Keilor St Bernard, Stephanie Condigonis. From Malvern Harriers, Melissa Clark. Representing Collingwood Harriers, Claire Bierkamp. And rounding out the field of 23 from Athletics Essendon, Tia Chitty. So just under 90 seconds there, the opening lap. Probably got them right on 18-minute pace, which I think is a gold time for a few of these girls here. So looking at about that 18 minutes. And it looks like Deckers is starting to surge forward. So with a mixed field like this, a lot of the girls have to be worried about their own races out there, their own pacing strategies. Bit of a bunch up forward. That includes Bunworth to the inside, Deckers to the outside, Condigonis, Bolger. Chitty is up there, Yasmin Hayes. Then we have Gould from the United Kingdom. I think that's Lloyd from Melbourne University. That's the lead pack. Skalsonis is next. Sammy Prime sitting in there as well as McDade at the lead of the second pack.
Yeah, it looks like we've got potentially a race in two at the moment. The first 8 girls kind of struggling to find someone to get out there and lead this race at the moment. There's been 3 lead changes in the first 400 or 500. I mean, it is pretty tough, you know, winds gusting around, Tim, so maybe we're seeing, you know, this split out in front.
Well, definitely girls with different agendas here, but the lead bunch has got exactly who we'd expect to be out there. Bunworth is leading the way. Condigonis not far behind her, and the very experienced Stacey Bolger just sitting in there, letting the others do a lot of the work. Dana Deckers to the outside of her, a teammate. Gould sitting well positioned in that lead bunch. Yasmin Hayes, the younger of the Hayes sisters, she's striding nicely there. Unfortunately, Sister Talia out of the main event later for the females due to a bit of illness. But we will be seeing Talia Hayes in action at the Zatopek on December 14th, Glenn.
We will, Tim. Certainly some great fields forming at the moment with entries still open. Just a reminder, 30th of November is cut-off date, but there'll be some great action at Zatopek. So 3:33 for 1K, and Tim, what sort of pace are they on at the moment?
They're on sub-18 pace at the moment, Glenn. Probably in the 1750s, about the 1755, 1750 to 55 there. Bunworth certainly leading this well. They're starting to stretch out a little, which is what we'd expect. And hopefully there might be a bit of a lead change here. They might share it around because it isn't the best of conditions. So we'll see if the girls have been talking to each other and take a little bit of time out front. So it's Bunworth, Condigonis, Bolger, Gould, Deckers, Hayes. Bit of a gap then to Chitty, and then it looks like Lloyd's just starting to come off the back a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they picked up the pace after the first kilometre and sorted themselves out. As you can see by the flags, that wind will hit them down the back straight, so pretty tough conditions, but of course they'll have the benefit when they head round into the main straight here at Lakeside Stadium.
I think the pace has certainly picked up. They're into the 1740s now on projected pacing going through 1200. So obviously that's easy to do at this stage of the race. Let's see what they've got when it gets past that 3K mark. That's where it will really start to unfold for these athletes, whether they've got it to keep going at 1745 pace or whether it really starts to bite. So Bunworth leads from Condigonis, Bolger, Gould just out and across, Decker into the inside, Hayes, Chitty, Lloyd. McDade's stuck there in no man's land at the moment. Similarly there for Skelsonis. And then we have a nice pack with Joseph, Sammy Prime. I think that's Pippa Travella. And also Vanessa Wilson from Glen Huntley.
So thank you to all those watching at home, particularly dropping us a note on Facebook. Thanks to Mark Purvis telling us that Nicole Joseph, running for Old Scotch, is running her first ever 5,000 metres in the Victorian Championship. So best of luck to Nicole.
So as the lead pack really establishes itself now, over the next few laps it's going to be who can hang on and who can't, as we've got a pack there of 6. Chitty's just starting to fall off it. Lloyd has gone back already. McDade's pacing this beautifully at the moment, but she is a very experienced runner. So I'm not surprised by Shannon McDade. She might pick off a few more scalps as this race unfolds. Celsonis, as we said, also sitting in no man's land. Then we've got the aforesaid Nicole Joseph in the Old Scotch, the scarlet red there. Wilson with her, then Prime, then Travella.
Yeah, lots of support coming from Nicole Joseph. We've given her a bit of a pep up in this race, and Facebook is going nuts with a lot of Old Scotch members and friends and family congratulating her on her first 5K.
So Bunworth starting to stretch them as they're going through. I think the question's now being asked of Gould as we see Condigonis urging a little bit forward there. Just pressing up now on to Bunworth, but quite happy to stay on the inside lane. So Beercamp's coming through in the next position. Katie Rodd coming through. Her aim today is sub 20. We'll see if we can get Katie Rodd through to her first ever sub 20 performance here at Lakeside Stadium. So Bunworth, Condigonis, Gould. 20 metres back to Deckers. It's all a Grenfell Fox in the Williamstown colours coming through now. She's a lap down. So 3 to go. 4 for Rod. 3 for Deckers. 4 for Grenfell Fox. So Yasmin Hayes running a good race here. Glenn just sitting right on the experienced runner there in Stacey Bolger. So the younger of the Hayes runners here, very strong. A lot of good things happening up in Bendigo at the moment.
Yeah, certainly been a well-executed race. I mean, there's still plenty of running to go. They're on 2.5 laps to go. So I think Condigonis is sitting beautifully at the moment. But it's going to come down to a sprint, just like we saw in the previous race. So Condigonis sitting beautifully for my liking, Tim.
So 14.20 there at the 4K split. And that's right on 17.55 pace. So 17.55 pace, 1K to go. So the girls, I think, are going to be on for the sub-18, that's for sure. Now it's a matter of how far and who will win. Bunworth's led for the majority of this race. Condigonis has been in that position. Gould dropping off slightly, but I wouldn't be surprised if she mounts another challenge. She's looking still quite strong through the upper body.
Yeah, it's been very consistent pace in the last 3 or 4 laps. Condigonis, her head's nice and still, good arm action, so 800 to go, who knows? I think she can do this.
It's Bunworth, the marathon runner, versus Condigonis is more of a track runner, so I think I'd know where I'd put my money. If Bunworth wants this, she's got to really start the surge early.
Yeah, a lot of support for Condigonis. Her training partner is cheering her on Facebook, saying that the commentary team have got it right, Tim. She's got a lot of speed left, so we'll see how she goes with just over 650 metres.
And Hayes has taken that position over Bolger. So looks like Gould has dropped off now, so it's Bunworth, Condigonis, 10 metres back to Gould. Just looking down the track, Dana Decker's still running well, but she's another 40 metres off Gould.
Yeah, we'll stick with the leaders all the way to the end of this race, and the pace is on. You can see our leader pick up the speed. She just can't shake Condigonis. She's actually picked up the tempo a couple of times, and Steph's right there with her.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing here, Glenn. This is two very good athletes who are making the most of this B race. The good thing about the B race, they get pretty clean space out there. They can strategise this race as they like. They're not getting dragged out too quickly, and that's what we've seen. Great even pacing here from Bree Bunworth, and she's got a slight lead there. It's up to about 4 metres, 1 lap to go.
Yeah, look how tight are the legs going to be, but Bunworth, she's about 3 or 4 metres. Condigonis still in touch. Challenge may come from third.
The gaps are starting to form, aren't they, Glenn? This has been an enticing race to watch, an enticing race to call as we see Bree Bunworth. I think she might have it. We might have got this one a little bit wrong. Bree Bunworth looking very, very strong down the back straight. Condigonis and Gould really have to mount a challenge now.
So the gaps nearly the same between first and second, but Bunworth pulling ahead slightly. I tell you, Gould is going to move into second. She's challenging Condigonis with 200 to go.
Do we put down the glasses on Bunworth, or are we going to see a big challenge here from Gould? I think Gould's the one who might mount the challenge, but Bunworth, don't write her off. She might be a marathon runner, but this girl can run well on track. Look at that. She's starting to go, but Gould has really lifted, hasn't she?
Yeah, Emma Gould's starting to pick up the pace. May have left it a bit too late. She's about 90 metres out, but Bunworth has led for a majority of this race, pulls out into lane 3.
And she has, and I think Bunworth's going to get this, but Gould's having another go at it. Bree's really got to pull something out here to hold that lead.
She's tiring.
It's going to be a good finish, so it's Bunworth on the inside. She'll take it out. Good running, Bree Bunworth. Gould will come through for second. Condigonis, she'll be next placed in, right under the 18-minute mark, so 3 under. Dana Decker's brave running. She put herself out there just over the 18-minute, about 18.3 there for Decker's. See, gee, there's some exciting racing there today, Glenn.
Yeah, look, it was a good run from Emma Gould, something that she can certainly store in the bank, and she certainly picked up in the last 300 metres, so she's got the speed if she needs it. So, yeah, but a good run from Bunworth to take this B heat out today.
And Katie Wright approaching her last lap there in the South Melbourne colours. She needs about a 1:35 to get that sub-20. She's never done it before as Hayes crosses the line there. 18.32, I think, for Hayes. Stacey Bulger coming through in that next position. Great running there from Stacey. And a big battle here, Wilson versus McDade versus Foot versus Prime coming at them as well. But Wilson will get the next position there. McDade will hang on. All of them under the 19-minute mark. So great running there, girls. Sammy Prime comes through. She'll also crack the 19. Scalsonis, let's see if we can get Victoria under as well. 58, 59, right on there.
Yep,
I think we got her. Then Lloyd, then Joseph. Grace Stelling just steals a spot from her, though. Then I think it's Trevella coming through next. So 200 metres to go for Katie Wright, and she's got about 45 seconds to do it in. As we see Tia Chitty just crossing the line now. She'll be at 19:21, 22. So Beer Camp up the top of the straight. So is Katie Wright. Will we see Katie Wright? She's got 30 seconds to do 100 metres. Same for Beer Camp if they want that sub-20. So Rod comes to the outer lanes. Beer Camp, I believe, is finishing as well, so moves to lane 3. So can Katie Rod get her first ever sub-20? A lot of nervous anticipation about this race, and I think we're going to call her through. Well done, Katie. Sub-20, 19.50. Beer Camp will also get it, possibly her first sub-20 as well.